Okay, hello everyone, I'm Kropotkin, and I guess this is the first video blog that I'm doing on my new personal channel. Unfortunately, I am using this new personal channel because the Thunderbots blew my other one up. Somehow, Thunderfoot found that channel, noticed that I had a video critical of him, and went to town. I might do a response to that video that he made about me, but I don't really know. It's going to take some time, and it's going to involve me actually watching the video again, so I don't know, maybe. I honestly don't know how he found that channel because only like 3 people knew about it. It's actually kind of creepy. The only thing that I'm going to say about that for now is that he responded to a video calling me a radical feminist in response to a video in which I said absolutely nothing about feminism. And I think that is really all you need to know about Thunderfoot's video on me. I have actually felt it necessary to, I guess, not take down, but I set the other videos, the other vlogs I did on that channel to private. To be honest, you know, it kind of only bothers me a little bit when people call me a stupid bitch on the internet, but people were making comments about like my family and stuff like that, or making assumptions based on those other videos, and my friends and family, my family especially, are kind of private people, and it really bothered me to have them mentioned in comments and PMs and stuff, so I made them private. People are going and subscribing to that channel now, which is stupid because it's my vlogging channel and means nothing to anyone but me, but that's okay. I'm really just kind of making this video, I'm kind of testing the video capabilities of this new camera I got. Yes, my dad got me a new camera for my birthday. It is this camera, actually, the Canon PowerShot G12. And it's a really good camera. It's pretty much professional quality, but it's a point and shoot, which is really nice. It's really easy to use. Like, you can pretty much just pick it up, put it on auto, and let it go, and it'll take really nice pictures. It also takes HD video, so I'm just kind of testing it out. I just really wish that I had had it for my photojournalism class. I took this really amazing class last semester with a professional photographer named David Turnley. He is a war photographer, he's a photojournalist. If you've seen pretty much any famous photos in the past few decades, you've probably seen at least one of his. For the 80s, he was in South Africa, he made a lot of photos of Nelson Mandela, he's been to Iraq, he's won a Pulitzer Prize, but he now teaches at the University of Michigan, which is where I go, and I ended up taking one of his classes. The entire class was built around this one assignment that he gave us, and that was to pick a person or a neighborhood, preferably in Detroit, and to just spend the entire semester doing a photojournalism project about that person or place. I did mine about a neighborhood called Brightmoor, which is, it's really weird because that was actually the neighborhood that my mother grew up in. I didn't know this until well into the project, but we had done some volunteer work with our SSA in that neighborhood, and so I just contacted the people there and asked if I could photograph them and their lives, and I think it turned out really well. I actually made a video about it, but I didn't post it, and I don't know if I will, but I might, and it was a really wonderful experience, and I definitely want to make sure that I go back and volunteer in the future. You know, it really is amazing to me because I think people get really pessimistic sometimes, especially when it comes to the subject of Detroit. But people really can change things. You know, all they need to do is just work their butts off. I mean, that's not all they need to do, but they can. And that's what these people have done. Like 40% of the people are out of work, and a large majority of the men in the neighborhood have been to prison. If you go there, it looks pretty dilapidated in a lot of places, but there's a group of people that have gotten together. They've started doing, building urban gardens and doing some urban farming. The lady who was my main contact actually cleared out her backyard, which was kind of like, there are woods, and right next to the woods there's this like gulch, and it goes down into the Rouge River, and she cleared out that whole back area, so her house is surrounded by woods with just this big open kind of field, and she has goats and chickens, and I learned something about chickens. Me and Hassan is my friend who is helping me with the project, and he's also the president of the Wayne State SSA, but we were getting a tour of her farm, and Hassan noticed that a lot of the chickens had feathers ripped out of their backs, and he was asking what that was from. And the lady explained to us that the roosters have so much sex with the chickens, and they're so vigorous about it that it rips the feathers out of their back. So I guess that's why cock is a slang term for penis. That was a really good class, but it was a lot of work, and I'm kind of glad that my classes don't seem to be as time-consuming as they were last semester. I really want to do a lot more with the SSA this semester. I mean, we did good stuff in the fall, but this winter I want to do some more stuff. I'm kind of sad because last year during this semester the big thing, like the crowning moment of awesome, was Reason Rally, and obviously we're not having a Reason Rally this year. Though I don't really know how you could match up to last year. We're trying to find things to do that would be really cool. Hopefully we can have more of an emphasis on science and skepticism and stuff like that, because at the University of Michigan, we tend to be really liberal. In fact, if you look up Ann Arbor, which is the city where the university is, on Wikipedia, they actually say right there that one of the nicknames is the People's Republic of Ann Arbor. Historically, even, during the Vietnam War and all that, it's been kind of a hotbed of liberal politics. In keeping with liberal philosophy, everyone's pretty tolerant, and even the Christian groups really are not very antagonistic towards the atheists. And in this kind of a culture, you can't really go out and be a dick about religion, or even be too overly critical, because you're just not going to get a following, because people are just going to think you're a bunch of jerks who are intolerant. And so you really have to focus on things that are going to resonate with the students on that campus. The other thing is that a lot of people on campus just aren't that religious. For them, it's not a big deal because their families aren't that religious either. It's not like we have to be this safe space for atheists because they have absolutely nowhere else. We do have a handful of people like that, and I really do try hard to make sure that they have that safe space, but the vast majority of people in our SSA have an atheism that's just a part of their life. And because it's so normal for them, criticizing another religion is just like, why do you care so much, So we really are trying to stray away a little bit from just the atheism and talk more about things that not everybody is so accustomed to on campus: science, skepticism, that kind of stuff. And that would be my phone. That was Victoria. She's my friend, and up until a few weeks ago she was also the activism chair for our SSA. We're doing a community service project tomorrow morning. We're going to go clean up the botanical gardens. Because we don't have an activism chair now, we're going to do elections, but our treasurer has been taking care of the volunteer stuff. He got the time wrong for this event, and she was asking which time was right. But no, I actually do have to be up at 8 o'clock tomorrow to make this event happen. So hopefully I won't be up too late. But anyway, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. The other thing is, we are the only Volunteers Beyond Belief team in Michigan right now, and I think it's really cool that we're a student organization. But in order to qualify to be a Volunteers Beyond Belief team, you have to do a certain number of community service activities per year. Basically, to meet that quota, the SSA has to do at least one a month. This month, because we didn't do one last month, we weren't able to put one on because of time. We have 2 this month. So this is our first, and it's going to be exciting. I'm actually more excited about our second one though, because we get to help with kids' activities at an ice rink. But anyway, I have some very yummy powdered donuts to get to. So I guess this concludes this particular blog or vlog, whatever this is right now, and I'm going to go take care of my phone, which is harassing me. Be up too late, but anyway.